Hey guys, this is DFD, aka Dark Frozen Depths, back with some more Kamihime project. Now, this isn't about the event. This is about a lot of other stuff. First off, you're probably noticing that the most noticeable thing right here. We have a new UI, and it's actually it's streamlined pretty well. I've seen it on the cell phone as well, and the cell phone looks even more like everything's just right there. It's pretty good. But yeah, your character switch button if you really care about it right here. And this girl, I happened to pull her from the gym, the Magic Jewel Gacha right here. I did manage to get 3K Magic Jewels fairly easy, and I haven't even started the event yet. Yes, you heard that right. But she managed to pop out. I didn't get anything else noteworthy, but she's an R character, so I'm probably not using her. Unless there's like a light R challenge or something like that, I don't know. But yeah, they put episodes right here on there. Missions are right here. Gifts and messages. All this other interesting stuff. You still got the normal stuff like the equipment, which is your inventory. You can change your deck right here, which is your party and your Adolins and your weapons. I'll get a little bit more into some of that stuff later because it's important. Of course, the Union, the Gacha. Event is an interesting one, though. Because I'm going to go into it. And you'll notice something else that's been there. Well, that's been added there. We naturally have the event that's going on right now. I'm going to get her, too. But, Guild Order is finally here. And this is also the means to get the events that ended as well. You have to come into here. But Guild Order. I haven't tried it yet. I'm a little bit worried I'll get beat. But first boss, Crom Kruok. Don't even worry about level, even though it's a good estimate of how strong enemies could be. But you have missions when it comes to Guild Order, and you have a week to do these before they refresh. This is permanent content, but the bosses change around every so often, and also the missions to do this. Now, you can get participation, so everybody should be able to do that much. Clearing is a different story, because you have to be strong enough to clear certain fights. Battle 1 isn't too much of a problem. If you can do rank 4 accessory, you shouldn't have too much of a problem on some of these missions, like clearing Battle 1, 2, maybe 3. Clear the entire Guild Order quest with Arthur. That one you have to kill the boss. Good luck with that. This is why I suggested that you want to be able to handle catastrophe fights. Preferably even solo them. Because Guild Order is no joke. It is definitely harder than rank 4 accessory. If I'm to be honest, actually clearing a Guild Order fight is the hardest content in the game right now. But I haven't personally tried it myself. I just know you really want to be strong like that. But, hey, don't take my word for it if you don't want to. Go ahead and try it if you really want to. But the thing is, you only get one challenge per day, so you have to try and do as much as you can. And don't worry if you don't have a massive amount of SSR, there's quests for that too. You can clear SR, possibly even one pops up with R Kamihime, I hope not. You have to worry about attack types, you have to try and clear with only your solo lab. You have to try and clear with everybody you'll have, more or less. But you get some very nice rewards. A nice handful of half elixirs and energy seeds, that's not too bad. Grimoires you can always use. Magic Jewels, yeah. Books. This is a new item right here. They didn't even spell it right. It's Orchalicum, not Orchalicon. But, anyways. It says, this is able to break final limit of weapons. You need this plus a nice handful of materials to allow some weapons to advance from level 125 to 150. This gives them a new skill. This gives them a maximum skill level of 30. So Some skills gain 2 effects, some go from 2 effects to 3. And they'll keep adding more and more weapons that can do that as the game goes along. So you want to get as many of these Orichalcoms as you can. But unfortunately, unless you can clear a nice handful of the Guild Order missions, you're not going to get that many Orichalcoms. So you have to pretty much clear at least 3 a week in order just to get 1. But you can get up to 5 of these. Because there's the first one for getting 6 total points throughout the entire duration. There's a second one when you get 10 points. That means clearing 10 missions. You only get like 1 point per mission. So yeah. Clear 18, you get a third. Clear all 20, you get 5. So, Guild Order, it's going to be an interesting one. I'm going to try with my light team, even though the advantage element is water, because my water team sucks compared to my light team. But you may want to look up what they do. So, I'm going to do a Guild Order template video at some point, and that's when I'll sit up and go over some of what you might be facing. But keep these one things in mind. You have to be not only strong as crap with your grid, but also have to have some very good management of your skills. A lot of stuff can make or break you in these fights, so be very careful. However, that's not the only new addition we have. Another new addition, which you're going to see from the Shops tab. We finally have something that was long awaited that can get you some very powerful stuff. Now, once it loads up, here you go. The Eidolon Orb Shop. And I've had way more points than that. Honestly, though, I kind of regret some of the stuff I spent, though. So I probably should have went for a second Kaiser Dragoon, but Eidolon Orbs, you get them from selling off any Eidolon that is R rarity or above, but they cannot be an enhancement material. The R ones only give you like 1 point from what I've seen. SR, I don't know exact amount, but you might get like 10 or so. And then the SSR is split between event and gacha ones. The event ones, they'll give you a nice handful of points, but the gacha ones will give you a lot. I do believe, I think it's like up to 3,000 for them, because the more you break limit them, the more value they're worth. But it just adds up to just having like 4 copies of them, so it's no different if you say you have 4 white Lilum that you're selling, and then there's another Lilum that's like 4-star. Like, that's the thing. Well, 5 copies, because that's what it takes to do that. But, that's the whole thing. You can sell off your Eidolons. And remember, sell them off. If you use them in enhancements, you don't get orbs. So you have to sell them. You can get soul points, and those refresh daily, but I really wouldn't do it because events can cover that. Gems, another skippable thing. Energy seeds is skippable, because these are all things that you can have fairly easy access to, especially when it comes to this and this. These Dragonic Eye Shards, I honestly would get them if you can spare the points, because Dragonic Eyes are very powerful. They are very, very valuable. I think you get 5 of these. Half elixirs, don't worry about it. These are interesting items you might have seen before in a different trade thing, but these allow you to instantly break limit Eidolons. Problem is, they're not worth it. They're only for R and SR Eidolons. It's the same case for the weapons. Now, if it was a lot harder to get some of this stuff, or if they were more worthwhile, then maybe. Or even if you had to spend less Eidolon orbs, like maybe 1 or 5. But that's the thing, they're not worth it. If there was an SSR one, then maybe. But that's the whole thing with those, they're skippable too. Books, honestly, that's another case of, like the Dragonic Eye Shards. Only if you don't really have anything else to really try and aim for or spin for, or if you don't want to aim for anything else. But quite frankly, events can hand these out too, and now we got Guild Order doing the same thing. But here's where it gets interesting. You see Jorgamonger right there. She came from a previous raid event. If you've missed raid events, or you did not get a maximum amount of copies, this is how you finish them off. But me personally, I'm not worried about any of them. I just got the ones I missed for the scenes. So, when you have enough Adoan orbs, you can get enough copies of them in order to just replace what you've lost. Or replace what you didn't get. Or if you feel like they're good enough, get a second batch of them. Like, I'm not kidding when I say this, but another one would probably be worth it too. It's not any of them that's shown here, although they are good. But there's a reason why there's 4 in Quetzalcoatl. I never got her, and I never got Icarus. So they're replacements. St. Nicholas, given that her ability is, her summon ability gives defense up on everything, enemies included. She's only really good if you need some light element. But there's better ones to really aim for if you want to be honest. And then there's Icarus is another one where she's I think 45% wind, and then on top of that too is some triple rate up. But if I'm correct, and I'll double check it by the end of the video, Almathea might end up giving you an elemental attack, so Icarus is useless for right now. But Wrong was actually pretty good for a white team in order to get defense, so was Reki. But this is if you really want to spend them. Like, see, Tiamat, I might get a second copy of Tiamat. Tiamat's stats is very high. Very, very high. I think she gives you like 2400 attack when you fully max her out. So honestly, if I eventually get Adoan orbs that I really want to set up and spare, I might actually get another set of Tiamat and just get her up to level 100. That's something where you might want to think about it, because if you're trying to get some stats in order to help min-max your grid, then yeah, that can help. Can't say the same about Amaro, but maybe Andromolek. I think she was a pretty strong one too. But again, that's if you really want to do it. Now the accessory... Oh, sorry. I had a little issue right there. But the accessories... For some reason I got hiccups. Don't go for the accessories. They're not that worth it. Excuse me. When it comes to accessories, they're really not worth it. Don't even try for it. The funny thing is, there's no limit on the rings, but the earrings have a limit and they're double the price. Ugh. I fell for the trap though. I ended up getting these divine earrings. Wasn't worth it. However, the Kaisers are the biggest reason why you want to try and get Adoan orbs. These are gacha Adoans that give you a crap ton of buff power. I went full speed for my light one. Try to get the one for your main team first, and then go back for the others. It's not easy getting that many Adoan orbs. I mean, let's be honest, I've racked up I think a little bit under 20,000. And I've been playing this game since it came out. And this is on top of spending money on a lot of stuff, because you'll see my Adoan list is really skewed now. I just kept what I needed. But I made a beeline for her. And then from a previous gacha I did, I had an item that let me break limit any SSR Adoan. So I have a 1-star Kaiser Dragoon. And just that is enough to get her attack power to like 1900. They're that strong. Fully maxed out, you'll have over 3,000 attack power, just off of that alone. And plus 99, it shoots past 4,000. So yeah, the Kaisers, get them. But they're more in the sense of the Dragoon. They're like the SR Dragoons you might have pulled, or the Loams, basically. They're like the way more hyped up version. They're better off using subs. Don't put them as a main. Because all they really do as a main is help your healing power. And you don't really need it. Put them as a sub, use them for their buffs. Their buffs give a lot of power. At some point when you break limit them enough, I do believe their buffs is like 50% elemental attack. That's insane. But that's the whole thing. You might want to try saving up Idolin orbs if you can. I honestly should have gotten a second Kaiser. But that's the whole thing with that. You want Kaisers, at least the one of your main element. Mine was light, I went for that. I don't know if they restock these though, unfortunately. If they do, that changes everything. But hopefully they will restock them. If they don't, then you're still getting a free copy of one if you play your cards right. So yeah, 6 free gacha Idolins right there. And then you can go backtrack and get Idolins you may or may not have missed. Again, I went back for Icarus and Quetzalcoatl because I didn't get their scenes. I got 1 copy each of them, leveled them to 40, threw them right back out, and got my refund. So, yeah, that's very interesting. Now, I did say I was going to show the Idolins because it's going to lead to something else too. We have another thing that really helps out because they talk about quality of life and a lot of stuff now. But as you can see, I have 22 Idolins. I have all of these ones that I'm either keeping or using. I have her saved right now because I may end up throwing her away. It depends on what happens with this with the wind elements, because my other elements are covered, like thunder, dark, and wind. I just need wind covered, and that can happen off of this event. If I don't know if that's character attack or not. If that is not character attack, I'm getting her, and I'm just throwing away this Idolin right here. This one too, maybe. I mean, the drop rate's nice, but she's probably not worth keeping. But that's the thing, and I'm keeping her because she's limited. I'm not getting her back, period, point blank, if I screw up. The others I have a chance of getting back, even at the event ones that came from an admin. But yeah, there's all these enhanced materials too, and part of the thing that helps with that is this little new auto function we have. Now, some people like selling off some of the stuff they get from the gacha, which makes it time consuming, but also maybe something that drops from quests or whatnot. I don't know if it goes that far. You could set things to automatically sell whatever. Turn it to on, set your settings, and there you go. Me personally, I would not sell enhancement materials. At least the weapons. The Idolins depend. Because I'm still trying to level up some stuff for Idolins, and then I'm probably going to get copies of her. But that's why the enhancement materials is still there. But you definitely want to set automatic sell for these two. It'll keep your inventory clean, and then when it comes to Idolins for rarity, you get Idolin orbs. It's a real tiny amount, but you get Idolin orbs for selling off our Idolins. So you want that automatically on. The only exception to the rule is where it has the plus values, where it's like +1 popping up or something like that. That's where the bonus point come in, and I chose not to sell those. I still need those. So if it's N, I'll probably end up feeding it to plus something else. But if it's an R with a plus on it, it might be throwing it away. I mean, it was a hard choice, but I ended up selling an Ixion that had +40. Yeah. But that's a nice little change they did. I like that. Honestly, I used to use all the N stuff for experience, but now I don't have to worry about them even getting into my inventory. Meaning that my slot expands are probably going to be good to go for a long time. So that said, that helps out too. But yeah, this has been a little bit of a long video, but definitely needed to go over this. Again, guild order will kick the crap out of you if you are not prepared. And you see all this stuff right here I have? All of these? Hey, guess what? I still feel like I'm not prepared enough. And this is pages of SSR stuff I've collected ever since I started this game. I still don't feel prepared for this mess. So we'll see how well I go. But anyways, that's all I got for this video, guys. Expect more of this soon, definitely, because I'm now have a few agendas to try and take care of, because I've never done a I never tried to solo a catastrophe fight. I'm going to try to. And then on top of that, I gotta show the event. I gotta show guild order now. It's a lot. It's a lot. So over the coming days, expect some stuff. And one last thing about guild order, just like Ragnarok, you cannot go in there without being a high enough rank. You have to be ranked 51. I'm like 93, so that's not a problem. But to be quite honest, the higher the rank you are, the better anyways, because it gives you a base HP increase. I heard it might give you an attack increase too, but I'm not fully sure on that. But the base HP definitely helps. But that's all I got for this video, guys. More of this coming soon. Start selling your Eidolons that you don't need. And that's all I got for this video, guys. And again, aim for the Khazars. Aim for the Khazars first. Like, they're hands down some of the best Eidolons to get. So, anyways, that's all for now, guys. Take care.